I'm Nina and this is Intrinsic. Today I'm going to share some of our favorite books. If you are new to homeschooling and not sure where to start, just start with books. You can simply have books around. You don't even have to own them. You can use your library. If you are reading with your child, especially books that inspire conversations, that is a great start. Start with that and then just add things in as you find them. So I'm going to show you some of our favorite. Of course, you can check most of these out at the library, but these are our favorites, and my daughter's one that will reread books over and over, and so it's worth it to us to have them around. And we haven't had to spend a ton on them because I usually find them at the thrift store, or you can, if you know you're wanting a whole set, it's pretty economical to get one from eBay, a used set from eBay. These are the books that we are currently reading at bedtime. My husband, if he's putting her to bed, he's been reading Harry Potter, and I've been reading this My Little Pony one. C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That one is dear to me because my dad read that to me when I was a little girl. These are some of our favorites. A Little Princess is one of my favorites. Angel on the Square is my favorite. My daughter, she loves Africa, so her favorites have been Facing the Lion, which is a true story, and did you know there's a chapter book of The Lion King?
This is a Lion King chapter book, which I really love because my favorite movie is Lion King. But some of the lines are a little different.
Magic Tree House were some of the first books that we read together, and I love it. I remember when we read Civil War on Sunday that I was even emotional because I was reading about the Civil War with my kindergartner in such an age-appropriate way, and I loved that we were able to have that conversation because this inspired it, and for her to be able to have a little bit of that understanding. If you haven't read Magic Tree House books before, there's Jack and Annie who have access to a magic tree house that teleports them to different times. They do progress in difficulty, so the beginner ones are really pretty basic, and then it gets harder as you go on. And if you have ever listened to the audiobook and decided it wasn't for you, try reading it, because I love Mary Pope Osborne as an author. I don't find her reading very engaging. So if you are judging it off of the audiobook, try reading it yourself, or try with the Merlin missions. The older ones are a little bit more complex sentences and add variety.
So this is my personal favorite, Lions at Lunchtime. So like in the story, they have to find an answer to Morgan's riddle. Here is the riddle. I'm the color of gold, as sweet as can be, but beware of the danger that's all around me. What am I?
Believing You're There is sort of like Magic Tree House, where the kids go into painting and see Jesus.
I like this one, which is the fourth book of the Believing You're There books. Three kids named Katie, Matthew, and Peter. They travel through like some paintings. And this one, they get to see the shepherds.
Tuttle Twins is a book series that sort of teaches more of the libertarian philosophy.
I love the Tuttle Twins, some of the Tuttle Twins books, but not quite all of them. This is one of my favorites. It's called the Tuttle Twins and the Miraculous Pencil. So like, they get to see how pencils are made.
We love, love, love Life of Fred. Life of Fred is a math curriculum that is taught through a story of this silly 5-year-old that is a math professor, and there's so much good that is woven into this math, and it's solid math. The author is a professor that teaches calculus, and he started with the calculus book and then ended up doing the elementary series all the way up through there. A lot of times we use this as our bedtime story, but I do think I might start finding a not bedtime time to make sure we're getting this.
So like the Life of Fred books, the main character is Fred, who's this 5-year-old who's a math professor.
Are these books really serious, or do you kind of giggle when you read them?
I kind of giggle when I read them.
And I loved Life of Fred so much, and my daughter loved it so much, that do have their language arts set. They're kind of integrated. You get lots of subjects at the same time, and these are made for high school, and I thought it wouldn't matter that we would be able to just get the grammar because we're at that level grammar-wise, but it does have some math in there that we're not quite ready for. American Girl books. They are out of print, and I love them. I wish they would start printing them again. I've had to find them on eBay and thrift stores, but we've absolutely loved all of them. And when I was teaching about World War II, we read them in class with boys and girls, and they totally ate them up. Also, the year prior, they read the Addie ones for Civil War time, and the kids, boys and girls, loved them.
There are always 6 of them. Meet the American Girl, the American Girl learns a lesson, the American Girl surprise, happy birthday the American Girl, the American Girl saves the day, and changes for the American Girl. So my favorite of the American Girl books is the Kit ones. She lived during the Great Depression.
I'm kind of picky with my nonfiction, and these kids, National Geographic Kids Everything, are really awesome. The pictures are really bright and engaging, and it has the right amount of print to pull me in and make me want to read a little bit about them. I found them when we were studying Vikings. Now this is a type that I look for when I'm at the thrift store. If I see one of these, I will grab it, and if I am looking for a topical study, I look for these. Do you like these National Geographic Kids Everything books?
Yes.
What do you like about them?
Now you get to learn about history. So this is Meet the Gods. I like this one because it shows you the Viking gods and goddesses. Loki, a trickster god. Loki changes form, usually to cause trouble for other gods.
Another series that is really awesome is Scholastic Discover More. These have photos, again, the right amount of pictures, and inviting small bits of information that are easy to read.
These are really good books. This is one of my favorite ones. It's about bugs. I think the elephant beetle is really cool.
Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that. If you've seen the series, I think it's on Netflix. They are so good. They have the fun, whimsical. The books are all rhymey and have a lot of good content.
These Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that. Books are really good. This is my favorite one. It's called Safari So Good. It's all about African wildlife. Let's move on to lions with their tawny hides. They all live together in groups known as prides. A cub is born with brown spots from its tail to its ear. At 3 months of age, all their spots disappear. Lions like sleeping for most of the day. Their roars rattle windows from miles away.
I found these at Costco in a couple of sets, and they're amazing. I've seen bigger books, like this says my little book. I've seen my big book, and they're put together really well. Nice pictures, the right amount of text, easy to read, engaging.
I love this set of books. I don't really have a favorite. I just love to read them.
My daughter loves these. They're put out by National Geographic, and they are these little pocket books, and they have just information about different things.
There's some really cool books. My favorite is this one. It's a guide to cats and wild cats. Jaguar-Gundi kittens born in the same litter may be different colors, either gray or reddish brown.
And as you can tell, my daughter loves them. But not quite as much as she loves her Pokemon book. She loves this so much, and I thought, I wonder if I could find a book that has this sort of format, but for something that's real. So I found this Encyclopedia of Animals. They have one for dinosaurs and a couple others that I might get, but this was the closest thing I could find, and it has a lot of interesting creatures, not just your standard stereotype animals.
This is a really good book. It's my Encyclopedia of Animals. I used it for a bird project to figure out which bird I could fold the paper into its wings.
We have a few of these Explore books that have the 3D models of anatomy. So we have the sharks, the dolphins, and the humans, and they have others, but we have just picked them up as we're studying new things. And I love that they are tactile. You can feel the different parts. Of course, they're not squishy, but you can see how they fit together. If you do buy these online, just know that you're probably going to get some broken pieces. I bought this one at Costco a long time ago, and these two I bought online, and both of them ended up coming with some broken pieces. If you do communicate with someone on eBay selling them, you may tell them that to be extra careful when they pack them, and hopefully you'll get it. But the plus side of that is they've discounted them for me when they've sent them to me and I get them broken.
These are the Explore and Uncover books. This is Explore Shark, where you learn about the great white shark.
Okay.
And this is Uncover a Dolphin, which is the inside story of a bottlenose dolphin. And this is Explore the Human Body. You can actually touch these things that are in the books gently, but not so hard.
We have a lot of Usborne animal encyclopedias. The layout is really nice and the pictures are engaging. The one thing that I don't love is that if you are going to get two of them, you will find duplicate pages that are in this and this.
Usborne books are pretty good books. They're really good books to look at, and
my daughter loves this illustrated thesaurus from them. And you can tell, if she's got tags in it, you can tell she goes back to this a lot. Very engaging, fun pictures, and she's kind of linear thinking, and I love that the thesaurus helps her understand how you can use different words.
This is a really good book. It's an illustrated thesaurus. I read it a lot, and it has really good pictures.
And she loved that so much. We got this one. This one's a little bit bigger, and I love this flex bound that these books come in. Here's another great one. I found one of these at a museum one time and loved it so much that, again, when I'm doing a unit study, I go back and look for this type of book. They have simple illustrations that are clean. They have 30 seconds of information or 3 seconds of information, and they have different activities in these. So these are super awesome. I would say you could buy this and it could be your unit study. It has projects and everything.
These in 30 seconds books are really cool, but I usually read my other books.
I found this book that I thought you might be interested in now. Yeah. If you're interested in all the other resources we use, books, games, videos, YouTube channels, go ahead and check out my spreadsheet.
If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Intrinsic, because meaningful learning is driven by desire from within.